Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Santoni and I'm going to be presenting about food allergies in infants. Food allergies at any age are of concern due to the range of reactions that can follow, but food allergies in infants are of particular concern because the first 1,000 days of an infant's life are critical for growth and development. Food allergies are present in about 5% of children under the age of 5 years old, but over 40% of these impacted kids have had a severe allergic reaction, such as anaphylaxis. The graph demonstrates anaphylactic reactions to peanuts, tree nuts, and other specific foods from 2007 to 2016. The rate of food allergy development has rapidly grown in the past few decades. The 8 top allergens are milk, egg, wheat, soy, peanuts, tree nuts, fish, and shellfish. Many milk, egg, wheat, and soy allergies are outgrown, while allergy to peanuts, tree nuts, fish, and shellfish generally stay throughout a lifetime. The rates of children outgrowing their allergies has also slowed down compared to previous decades. Food allergy reactions occur when exposure to specific food elicits an immune response targeting the proteins in that food. This is a notable difference from a food intolerance or food sensitivity, which is when a person has difficulty digesting the food and does not involve the immune system. The immune system is what regulates allergic reactions in the body. Immunoglobulins, or antibodies, are created in the body when the immune system fights off a foreign antigen, such as a bacterial or viral cell. There's 5 different types of antibodies, each with the ultimate purpose of recognizing a different type of antigen and eliciting an immune response. 2 of these antibodies, IgE and IgG, are most associated with allergy and are produced through everyday exposure to allergens. These antibodies detect foreign antigens and respond by signaling the body to release histamine, an inflammatory response. Typically, the immune system develops a tolerance to food proteins because regulatory T cells work to control immune responses to both self and foreign particles in the body. However, food allergy develops when T helper 2 cells mount a response against the allergen as a protective immune response. This is why IgE antibodies can mount an inappropriate inflammatory response to normal proteins such as milk or egg. IgE-mediated reactions are the most severe, involving the skin and respiratory tracts. This can lead to symptoms such as hives or airway inflammation. There are several factors that can go into allergy development. Environmental factors play an important role, which is demonstrated through the difference in top allergens across the world. In Ghana, for example, the top allergens in children between 5 and 16 years of age include pineapple, pawpaw, orange, and mango. In North America, none of these allergens even crack the top 10. In Japan and Korea, a wheat allergy is the leading cause of anaphylactic shock. This is in contrast to most other Asian countries where a wheat allergy is abnormal. The variety of allergens by region demonstrates the strong effect exposure can have on food allergen development, and this exposure makes the biggest impact within the first few years of life, with the dose appearing to be critical. Early exposures to high levels have shown to be more effective in allergy prevention than low-level exposure. Genetics have also been demonstrated to play an important role in allergy development. Some individuals are more susceptible to develop allergic diseases because of their genes, which is referred to as atopy. Atopic diseases such as eczema, asthma, and rhinoconjunctivitis occur when the immune system is dysregulated. One study published by Allergy, Asthma, and Clinical Immunology assessed the risk of peanut allergy for siblings of peanut allergic children. Children who had a sibling with a peanut allergy were 7 times more likely to have a peanut allergy themselves. Another study was conducted with families in Chicago. Total IgE, food-specific IgE, and aeroallergen-specific IgE were tested between family members. There were positive correlations between parents and offspring, in addition to between siblings, for total IgE and specific IgE for food allergies. Several studies have been conducted to assess the timing of food introduction and its effect on allergy development. In the past, recommendations advised the avoidance of top allergens. This is no longer the case due to recent studies. One study, inquiring about tolerance, abbreviated EAT, assessed if the introduction of popular allergens could prevent food allergies in 3-month-old breastfed infants. They introduced peanuts, milk, egg, wheat, fish, and sesame. The infants in the early introduction experimental group were less likely to develop a food allergy to at least one of the 6 foods compared to an infant from the control group who was not introduced to these allergens. The early introduction group had the greatest impact on preventing peanut and egg allergy, which indicated that some food allergies may be more easily prevented than others. Another study, Learning Early About Peanut Allergy, abbreviated LEAP, was a trial assessing the early introduction of peanuts specifically. Infants with moderate to severe eczema and/or an egg allergy were put into one of 2 groups, the early introduction group or the avoidance group. Those in the early introduction group had 6 grams of peanut protein every week, divided into at least 3 meals. By the age of 5, only 3% of the early introduction infants developed a peanut allergy, in comparison to the 17% from the avoidance group who developed an allergy. Besides a pure genetic link, immunity provided from the mother to their baby during breastfeeding could play a factor in allergy development. Breast milk provides antibodies for the infant, such as IgG and IgE antibodies associated with allergy. A study published by Immunology looked at antibody transfer to their infant during breastfeeding when the mother is exposed to allergens. Results showed that after exposure to ovalbumin, the mother had an increased number of IgG antibodies to that allergen. Consequently, this immunization of the mother decreased the amount of free antigens that she passed to her infant through breast milk, which inhibited an IgE antibody response. This experiment demonstrated that maternal allergen exposure may be more effective in reducing infant food allergies than avoidance of the allergen. A separate study published by the Journal of Experimental Medicine used female mice in an experiment to test whether exposure to an allergen would prevent allergy in their offspring. The mothers were exposed epicutaneously and orally to peanut butter. Offspring of the unsensitized group experienced food allergic responses indicated by the development of peanut-specific IgE antibodies. The offspring of peanut-sensitized mothers did not have the same allergy responses. This indicated that maternal exposure to a specific allergen can inhibit food allergy development in their child. Ultimately, understanding food allergies in infants is important for any healthcare professionals counseling pregnant and breastfeeding women. Because preventative measures can be taken, maternal education should start before delivery with her OBGYN. Registered dietitians can use the outcomes of these research studies to make recommendations on what age to introduce specific allergens and at what dose. The research can also be used to encourage mothers to expose themselves to food that are at higher risk of becoming allergens. The bottom line is, mothers should be educated and made aware of genetic risk factors for allergy development, along with environmental exposure measures. Understanding the risks can help mothers provide the best nutrition sources for their child, both through direct food introduction to the infant and through breastfeeding. The significance of food allergy is a growing concern with rising rates across the world. Recognition of food allergies is important in infants, but what may be more of note is the prevention of food allergy in the first place. While genetic factors remain uncontrollable in offspring, environmental exposure to allergens for both the mother and the infant could be monumental in helping to slow down the growing food allergy rates. Each of these factors are just part of the picture, however, as there is no way to completely eliminate the risk of food allergy development. More research is needed to determine specific protocols on food introduction timing and dosage in early exposure to prevent allergy development. And these are my references.